So at one point, you decided to start pursuing movies.
Yes.
And B.A.P.S. was your first movie.
Yep, sure was.
How'd you get that role?
I used to be at the comedy club, a place called the Comedy Act Theater in Crenshaw, and Robert Townsend saw me, and he's one why he directed the movie. Mm-hmm. And I remember him telling me, he said, "Man, I got something for you, man. I got something for you." I'm like, "All right, cool." So he would come out and see me again, or come out and see other comics. I would see him. He's like, "I got something for you." After a while, I was like, "Yeah, whatever, Robert, you ain't got shit for me." After like 6 months of it, and then one day he said, it was on a Sunday. I always remember. He said, "Come down to the Beverly Hills Hotel. I want you to meet somebody. I want to talk to you." And when Robert Townsend called you, come. Mm-hmm. And I remember going down there, and that was funny was I used to do the warm-ups. I used to be a warm-up comic, warm up the audience for TV shows. I did In the House with LL Cool J and the Fresh Prince. Mm-hmm. I was doing the Fresh, I think maybe In the House, and when you're doing like on stadium seating, the seats go up. And so if you stand right here, the first row, you can't really see their faces because they're chest high. Everyone's goes up. And there was a chick, two girls sitting there. One was a little heavy set, and one had a baseball hat on. And she was cute. Heavy set one was cute. I said, "Look at you, looking like Halle Berry's sister." Just joking like that. And when I was finished taping, they got up, and it was Halle Berry with the baseball hat. I was like, "Oh, shit, I didn't know it was her." So when I came to the Beverly Hills Hotel, Robert Townsend had an assistant named Charlie, a female named Charlie. She came out and met me in the lobby and said, "Look, Halle Berry's in there. Don't get all excited. You're going to meet with her." I'm thinking, "Oh, shit, I just clowned her friend and she, like a week ago at the taping." I'm thinking, "I hope she don't remember me." And we sat down in the booth, and they just asked me questions and, just about my life and whatever. And I'm thinking, and that girl was there. It must have been her assistant was there. And, Halle was really cool. And I left, and nothing was said. Like, "All right, well, thanks for coming by." I'm thinking, what the fuck was this about? And about a week later, he called me and said, "You got a part in B.A.P.S." And I remember asking him, I said, "How'd you know I was going to be good for B.A.P.S? I never I didn't audition for you." He said, "If you wasn't during audition rehearsal, we got rid of your ass." I was like, "Damn." So that was my first film ever.
Right, and you gotta understand that during that time, Halle Berry was like the baddest.
Oh, come
female,
on, son. Come on, Vlad.
Period.
Come on, Vlad.
She was the baddest.
Yeah, and she was. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Now, I don't tell too many people this, but I was married. I was married at the time. Mm-hmm. I just had a daughter, and what happened was Robert Townsend wanted me and Halle Berry to hang out a lot. Before we started filming, so we had synergy on screen. So, we exchanged numbers, and me and Halle went to a coffee shop. We hung out a little bit, and we got getting to know each other. And I was going like, damn, Halle liking me, because Halle picked me, actually. So, I was thinking maybe I might have to go, push up on Halle, Now, I know I was married, but fuck it, if you're going to cheat, you might as well cheat up. My wife was cool as hell, but come on, she wasn't Halle Berry. Yeah, well, I was like, baby, you got to take one for the team now. I'm slinging this dick for us. Berry. Yeah, I'm trying to help us out, trying to get us in a better situation. Take one for the team this time. Don't be so selfish, damn it. But... so I was like, we was getting together. She was feeling me. The vibe was really good. I was like, "Oh my God, I think I might get this." And she was going through a divorce with Dave Justice, so she was kind of vulnerable. She needed a shoulder to cry on. And I'm from D.C. I got two shoulders back. What it is and shit. So one day we had to go to rehearsal, and I didn't have no money for a babysitter, so I had to bring my daughter. My daughter was in a car seat, so I had to bring her to my rehearsal. Mm-hmm. So I brought her to rehearsal, and I get up there, and Halle sees my daughter. She says, "Oh my God." She said, "Oh my God, you have a baby?" "I didn't know you had a baby." She said, "How old's your daughter?" I said, "She's 6 months old." And Halle looked at me and said, 6 months old? She asked me, she said, "Are you married?" And Vlad, have you ever tried to say yes and no at the same time? I'm like, am I married or is my wife married? What you asking me, Halle? Fuck it. What the fuck are you asking me? Because as you can see, we separated. She ain't even around me, Halle. You know what I'm saying? We're going through consultation. And I don't think we're going to counseling. I don't think we're going to make this work. But Halle was like, "Nah, I'm good." And she kind of separated from me. I was like, fuck. I was like, damn. And I look at my daughter, sometimes I'm thinking, damn, if I could just kept my daughter in the car for like 2 hours and crack the window, we could have had a better situation, It's been 2 hours. It wasn't that hot that day. It was only like 79 degrees. She could have hung out there. She was 6 months old. She didn't know no difference. Shit.
Right. You might be in prison right now. Yeah, but whatever. It's Halle Berry.
Oh, I could be Halle Berry's baby daddy. Shit. Come on, player. Come on. Think positive, lad. Think positive, brother.
Okay.